All right. Wonderful. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and our kings on this wonderful Thursday after such a rousing webinar from our global webinar from our one and only King Ash Mufari, CEO. Just want to thank you all for joining us here on Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives. And of course, as you know, we are going to move right along and comments, of course, with the recording in progress. In It to Win It theme song that we have been using from the inception of this webinar back in 2021. And so we just want to thank Queen Ledorata Shodari, the international recording singing artist that provided us this wonderful song. And we have been using it as our theme song since the inception of Deep Dive. And so at this time, we're just going to again commence by with the playing of that wonderful theme song, In It to Win It. We are on passive, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the next up is on passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Queen Lorato Shadari. Really appreciate. That was an awesome song that is just fitting for um, this business that we are in. We really do appreciate you, Queen Lorato Shadari. So, moving right along, we are going to move right into our first presentation. And of course, that is none other than the mindset. The mindset is very, very important. It does cater for everything in life, your belief system. That is really what the mindset is all about. And so it has two aspects. It deals with the physical, which is the money, and it also deals with the most important part, the mental. All right, because when you lose all the money and when you lose all whatever you are working on, if you don't have a solid mindset, if you don't have a solid mental capacity, then people commit suicide, people do this, people try to harm themselves, etc., etc. Right? And so, therefore, really and truly, the mindset is of tantamount importante. All right, very important, very, very important, very, very. Oh, hallelujah, praise the Lord. Welcome, Queen Miriam. Welcome, most definitely, and Queen Veronica. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wonderful. Again, welcome everyone. Welcome, Queen Rosalind and King Edgar and Judith and Lily Lane. Lily Lane in the house. Wonderful. All right. So welcome, welcome. And so we are going to turn it right over to our mindset presenter, which is going to speak to us about how to eliminate stress. Do you have stress? You're stressed out? Well, if you're stressed out, if you have stress, the picnic them are kill you. Or the children are, making your life a little impossible to live. Then this will be a very, very important presentation to listen to by our one and only Queen Jacqueline Warner, our international inspirational speaker. She's an entrepreneur long before on passive. She is a talk show host, and of course, she is the grandmother of nine children. Can you imagine? Young little girl,
Don't make me laugh.
grandmother of not one, not two, nine picnic. What a sin. Oh, nine children. All right, so wonderful. So without any further ado, it is none other than Queen Jacqueline Warner. Look how the girl look young and pretty and
Hear
sprucey.
him no.
What a sin thing. Good night, Queen Jacqueline
All
Warner.
right. Thank you. Thank you so much, King Dr. Derrick, for that amazing introduction. Yes, I am a grandmother of 9 and expecting one more. Hmm. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Papa, you. Anyway, I tell- they doing it up. They doing it up. Lord have mercy. Anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Derrick, for this amazing platform where we dive deep, you know. This this deep dive just keep on digging deeper and deeper. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday, we just keep on going. We don't stop. Like Ashma Farah said, nothing can stop on passive but God. Well, nothing can stop deep dive but God. Anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Derrick. We really appreciate you for all that you continue to do for each and every one of us. And of course, we want to thank the brand ambassadors, affiliates for their patience and for always showing up and for their support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. And most of all, we want to thank Mr. Ashmafara for bringing us along this his amazing dream that he shared with us. He didn't have to. And he didn't have to keep on trying for us. He didn't have to, but he did anyway. And it's all due to the Most High, because he gave him the task, and he's going to see him through. So we got to give our Heavenly Father all the praise and all the glory for the great job he has already done and will continue to do in all our lives, especially Mr. Ashmafara. Yes, tonight, this topic about how to eliminate stress and how to stimulate our vagus nerve. And that's something we need to know, because it's not that we want to be stressed out, but it looked like it comes a little with the package. You know, the journey of life. We don't cause it, but it's there. And some of it we create ourselves, because maybe we're totally unaware that we even creating the stress. I know sometimes I used to say, well, I'm not stressing, so what's going on? You know? And it's that stress that I probably created myself and totally is unaware. And I'm thinking everything is okay, and it's not. Because deep within, the systems are stressed out because we stress them out. Okay, so stress is an overlooked factor in health. You know, you go to job interviews and the first thing they tell you, this is a very stressful position. And we want to know if you can handle stress. You know, I remember going to Florida Hospital, and I had an interview. It was repeated one, and then I had to go back for another one, and it just kept on saying it's very stressful, and I went to the restroom, and I thought to myself, I said, let me tell you, if this is that stressful, I don't need this job. And I didn't try no more. That was it. I'm not going to put myself in a position where it is stressful. And I'm the one who's signing on the dotted line to accept the stress. That makes it even worse. Okay. And it's not only linked to ulcers, because we tend to think that stress is only linked to ulcers, but it's not. It's also linked to cardiovascular disease, reproductive issues, hair loss, especially around the edges and hairline, not only from weave, but from stress. You know, sometimes you bump into other women and they're like, I'm losing my hair. It's just falling in bunches, not even strands here and there, but in big clogs. That's stress. And sometimes we don't associate it, because no, stress is only people have ulcers and now that's not me. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed about anything. But yes. And also, no supplement can actually cure stress. Why? Because it's an internal condition. It's not external, it's internal. I have a quote from Dr. Price. It says, most of our stress we experience today is not real stress. We create stress from minor daily triggers. And some of those triggers can be you're driving and someone cut right in front of you. And you're like, man, let him try that again. Let him do that again. Let me show him what I'm going to do. We will think like that instead of saying, let me take a deep breath and let me just stay calm. Because driving in itself, we have been told, is very stressful. It's not something you just relax unless you're taking a Sunday afternoon drive around a mountain where there's not a lot of traffic. Then you could say that's relaxing. But when you have to drive to from work in a heavy traffic, that is not relaxing. That is stressful. Because you're not driving for yourself, you got to drive for others. So that's what brings on the stress. And then we add to it. So let me welcome you again. Thank you for being here. And today we're just going to be talking about the silent health destroyer, and that is practically stress. Many people chase after supplements to help them with their stress, maybe even change diets, look for treatments, but they actually ignore the main and the most important factor is managing the stress. And that's what we got to learn, how to manage our stress, because it is controllable. Okay. And we have, like I mentioned, traffic jams that could cause stress, the political debates. We learn about what Trump doing, a lot of people is stressed out. They are scared to travel. That is stress. That's stress that we don't need, that we're adding. We can't control what the president do, but we can control what we think, how we handle it, mentally and emotionally. Some things we just got to put aside, just make sure that our stuff is in check. So a lot of people don't travel because of that. And that is nothing but stress. And even social media arguments, somebody posts something and you don't like it, and here you go. And then now you're bumping heads, going back and forth with each other. That is stress. You don't need it. You have to think of your body. You got to think of your body, the vessel that God has loaned to each and every one of us. We got to be more thoughtful and considerate of this vessel. We take it for granted. And that's why we go back to Dr. Price's quote and say most of the stress we experience today is not real stress. We create stress from minor daily triggers. The boss tell you something, he reprimand you, and now you upset. You sometimes, like the postal guy, he went ballistic and he went back to the post office or where he worked and just shot everybody down. Of course, that was past stress, but he allowed the stress to take care, his emotions to get the best of him, and he acted. Okay. So what is stress? I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. So what is stress? It's a mental and emotional. It's not physical. So that means we can control it. We can control our emotions, and we can control the way we think. And it's controlled through emotional intelligence. The body reacts to imaginary danger like real danger. Like you imagine, like for instance, they call it the fight or flight. And that actually means like when you're standing in front of a tiger or a bear or a lion, and the body is going to react because now it's going to protect you. It's going to send some adrenaline going to take place to help to your muscles to help you to run faster, get out of the way. But those little things like that guy cut me off on the highway, I'm gonna get him. My boss reprimand me. He ain't seen nothing yet. That is added stress. And that's the one that they call it chronic stress. Okay. So stress is the body responds to a perceived threat. So when your body is threatened, that's the way, and it has to be a real threat, not no minor threat. It has to be a real threat. Like when a mom gets in an accident with a newborn baby, and the car is resting on her baby, and she has to get the baby from under that car. Her body is going to give her the strength to lift that car, which she would never do it in her natural state of mind. But in the fight or flight, she will do it because the adrenaline, how the body reacts, will give her the strength to lift that car. Okay. Stresses can be real, like car accidents or perceived annoying coworker. Okay. Our nervous system does not know the difference. So the reaction is the same. So either it's a fight or flight. The body is going to react like it's a fight or flight. It's don't know the difference that you got a problem with your coworker. It doesn't go that deep. Okay. And then the body stress response. There's a sympathetic nervous system. That's the fight or flight. That system releases adrenaline and cortisol. Okay. It increases the heart rate and the blood pressure and the blood sugar. So that's what stress can do to our bodies. Okay. Now, the chronic stress effects is a toxic overload, sleep disruption, okay, weak immune system. It also weakens the immune system. The blood sugar spikes. Your blood pressure becomes high. Your digestive start to get issues. You get tension headaches. All that is from stress, depression, and of course, like the cortisol plays a big role, because when the cortisol is increased, it's telling the body, hey, store fat. And that's how the weight gain starts. Okay. Not that you're doing it intentionally, but the stress. Now the fight or flight is good. It's needed in case of dangerous or emergency situations. So it's not something bad. God knows, what he's doing. So it's not something bad, but we just got to know how to manage it. We can't predict the fight or flight situation, but we can handle when our coworker or when somebody cut us off or when our boss reprimand us or the children making too much noise. They're getting on my last nerve. You better stop. I'm telling you, we can control things like that. And so that's where we got to learn how to manage our stress. Okay, you get low immunity. All these things caused by stress. It is a killer. And mood disorders. You get moody. You get anxiety. You get all these things that you don't need just because of stress. A business partner just shared with me, her neighbor's sister went to Jamaica, bought some stuff to go fix her home in Jamaica. By the time she get there, the poor lady died, catch a heart attack and dies. Because she was stressed out and she didn't manage her stress, and she probably didn't even know that it was stress that was causing her problems. Sometimes we have an argument with someone and we going off there and we getting all excited and can barely talk. And I know I've been there. And when you look, you fall down dead and the other person is still standing there. Because of what? Stress. We got to know how to control it. We got to know how to manage it, lest it will destroy us. Stress is not normal for none of us, okay? Because if so, then we are actually damaging our own health. Do you have daily practices to counteract stress, or do you just carry it every day with you? I know I think it was on the 5th of August. I was stressed out because I was just going back and forth. And I had that day, I was almost in tears when I spoke about it. And then I said to myself, I have to give it to the Lord. I had to leave it at the cross just for me to get some peace. So I don't be thinking about it. I don't even have to talk about it anymore, because I said, God, if I leave it at the cross, that's where it got to stay. But if I pick it up, I'm going to be the one stressing out, can't sleep, and when you don't sleep, what happens? Everything is messed up. So we really got to learn how to manage this stress. It's deadly. Now we might think, okay, stress, the gut and the brain has a connection. And 80% of our immune system is in the gut. And the vagus nerve is the communication line, you know? So we don't realize that our gut itself is a system all by itself. And a lot of our problems, like we always hear, starts from the gut. Okay, so it's more reason for us to pay attention to our gut. And stress weakens this nerve signals, making it hard to calm down. So when we stay in that chronic stress all day and every day, we're just messing ourselves up more and more. Our health is deteriorating before our very eyes, and we don't really know it. Now, how do we go about so why does this all matters? The chronic stress keeps triggering. We gain weight, we have a high BP, we get high blood sugar, we get sleep issues, low immunity, and mood disorders. But then we have the vagus nerve, which is the chill system. This is the longest cranial nerve in the body. It connects the brain and the gut, which is the enteric nervous system. It activates the parasympathetic system, which it rests and digests. Okay. It lowers the heart rate. It improves our digestion. It boosts immunity. It lifts our moods and reduces anxiety, depression, and it clears our metabolic toxins. So the vagus nerve is as the body's brake pedal for stress. So when we stressed out and we stimulate that nerve, everything calms down. It calms the body down. But if we don't know how to calm the body down, then we're in trouble. So that's why the vagus nerve, because it from the brain into the gut. And remember, it's the longest cranial nerve. Okay. So that cranial nerve helps the gut, helps the brain, and also helps the immune system. Okay. So now we're going to say how to stimulate the vagus nerve. So you do this by doing a diagrammatic breathing. That's 4 in, 7 hold, 8 out. Okay, so that means you will inhale through your nose, and the stomach has to inflate. Okay, it must inflate. It must go out, not your chest, but your stomach has to push out. And then you will do 4 in, and you will hold it for 7. And then you will let it out on 8. And you will do this repeatedly, 3 to 4 times. Okay. And it's good to do it early, in the morning when you get up and just before going to bed. And people that suffer from blood pressure, it's a good thing to practice because it calms the system down and it lowers the blood pressure. Okay. Exercise, especially yoga. Yoga is recommended because it actually yoke the mind and the body together where it's in unison. Okay. Because sometimes we could be laughing with our friends, having a great time. And the next minute, you got an angina attack. And you want to know, like, what's going on? It's because the mind and the body is not connected. It's disconnected. And that's the reason for that to happen. And the next thing we could do is listen to some high vibrational music, like binaural beats, uplifting harmonies. Those things are good. They are soothing. You don't look for the music that they talking, oh, the man ain't no good, or the woman ain't no good, or this one don't love. No, you don't want that kind of music. You want music that brings harmony, that soothes the heart. It just think of our ancestors when they were in the fields and they were really, they was being treated really bad. But instead of fussing or cursing, they just sing. They just sang. And that was soothing to them, even though their circumstances were not healthy. They were devastating. They were inhuman. But just a song alone to their nervous system brought them some kind of peace, inner peace. And they were not stressed out about their situation. And some of our situation is not even as worse as theirs. We can't even compare it. Okay, so we can control it. Another thing is the suprasternal notch stimulation, and that's the sternum. You put your hand right in there and you massage it gently. You know, that's also is stimulating the vagus nerve. So you will gently press at the top of the sternum and massage. And you could do it repeatedly, but very gentle. And another thing is humming. Some people you can hear some people even at work, they humming. Or you hear a lot of the older people, elders, they humming. Even sometimes when people are sick, they be humming. You know, our ancestors, when they were not allowed to sing because they thought they was being revolutionary, they had to hum. They were submitted to humming instead of singing words that they felt that the slave masters thought that was threatening to them. They didn't like it. So what they did, they hum. So humming increases the nitric oxide and it calms the nervous system. Okay. And don't forget, like Dr. Benny always say, Queen Dr. Benny, laugh and smile. That signals the brain that everything is okay, that is safe. It's we who speak into our body. And just think, if we speak negative, then the body will operate in a negative way. Okay. And that the good music always is very soothing when we talk about that. And it helps the brain wave patterns too, because the brain feels secured and it makes you then turn feel secure too. So it's one hand washes the other. And we talk about the humming and so forth. So now the gut health and stress. Now, gut inflammation irritates the vagus nerve and the nervous system becomes imbalanced. And what are the common causes? A poor diet, seed oils, which is high in omega-6. Those omega-6 is almost like cancer, I will say. They're no good. They're not healthy. The omega-3s are good, but you can't have a high omega-6 and a low omega-3s. It has to have some kind of balance. Okay? Processed foods, no good. And what are the solution? An anti-inflammatory diet, rich in omega-3. And remove the triggers, those things that we create, the stress that we create. Remove them. Easy solution. Okay, and support the digestive system and regular elimination. Not go today and not 2 days thereafter. No, it has to be regular. Okay. And I just want to remind you that inflammation actually starts in the gut. Everything starts there. Irritable bowel syndrome, that starts there. Ulcer starts there. Everything starts in the gut. Okay. Bloating, like I said, IBS, constipation, those things all starts in the gut. Leaky gut, all that. It's all starts in the gut. And also, if you have a pure gut, you're not going to have a good mood. Your immunity is not going to be up to par. Your nervous system going to be not going to malfunction. Okay, so we really need to focus on managing our stress. Stress causes gut issues, and gut issues cause more stress. So it's a cycle we must break down if we want, to live a healthy life, at least, or stress-free life. And then I just want to say we have to learn to manage our stress, because it's almost like a silent killer. That lady didn't know that she was going to experience a heart attack because she was so stressed out and she didn't manage her stress. And I wouldn't be here doing this webinar because I would have been stressed out if I just kept on thinking in ways, these people are crazy. This is my father's house. They can't be acting like, and I could have been going on and on and on about that, and not thinking and not managing my stress. Thank God that, I could have given it to God and left it right there. Because sometimes when we don't have nobody else, we got God. And all we got to do is leave it at the cross. And he don't ask you to pick it up. He don't ask you how big it is. He don't ask why you did it, why you didn't listen. None of that. You just leave it at the cross and it stays right there. If you pick it back up, that means you want to carry it. He not big enough. He not strong enough. He not mighty enough. So we just got to manage our stress and use some of those things that, soft music when you're stressed out. Do the breathing technique. A lot of us don't even breathe that deep, but it's good. That breathing helps so much. It's soothing. I use it in different, even when I'm in the restroom, I use it. It helps in all areas. That deep breathing, I'll tell you the truth, it works. It lowers your BP. Get some exercise in there. Do some humming when you're stressed out. Even on the job, learn just to hum or say a little prayer to yourself, just to make sure that you're managing your stress. So I thank you for your listening ear. And I hope this topic is soothing to the soul and brings help you to help us all to learn how to manage our stress, our chronic stress, more better. All right. Thanks again. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you ever so much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Awesome, awesome sauce. That was awesome. Stress. Listen, if you don't do every day, you're going to have stress.
Yes.
First Lady Queen Dr. Benny, yes. You need to do every day. Yes, you need to visit that throne room and sit on the throne and do. Okay, every day, preferably 3 times a day. All right, yes. It's stress. You have stress at the job, you have stress at work, you have stress on the road, you have stress for drive, you have stress taking bus, you have stress taking train, oh my goodness. The man cut you off is more stress. The man show your middle finger, more stress. The man, hey, woo! It's a stressful world that we're living in. All right. So, as I said over and over, life is 20% what happened to you and 80% how you respond.
Yep.
All right. Try to remember that when anything happened to you, just 20%, and how you respond is more important than what happened to you. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Awesome, awesome. Really appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Extraordinary mindset, my dearest Queen Jacqueline Warner from First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. And at this time, I know that First Lady Queen Dr. Benny have something to say. So I am going to ask her at this time to say what she would like to say. Over to you, Queen First Lady, Dr. Benny.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
greetings. Jesus Christ. Hey, do you guys know what is going on? I saw something. Hey, I'm excited, right? Even though sometimes I'm stressed out too. Good evening to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings around the globe. Are you guys happy? See, just breathe. See? Jehovah God. Oh man. King Dr. Derrick, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to say something, right? But that's right. Before I proceed, Queen JW knows what I want to say. I want to take this special moment. As you guys see me smiling, I just want to thank my papa, our father, because he woke you up this morning. He brought you guys here. The air that you're breathing, you're not paying for it. I just want to thank him. You know, I want to thank you guys for coming because there are places that you're supposed to be. Queen Miriam and her friend, they were not supposed to be here. Well, they're supposed to be coming here every Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I don't see them that much. But they are here today, and I want to thank you all for coming. There is no one like our papa up there. None. As you guys notice, our CEO said, what did he say? No one can stop this company except who? Papa, our Heavenly Father, our Daddy. Oh, man. Thank you. Anyway, King JW, thank you so much. I know every week, right? You always bring different topics, and these topics are very important, especially when it comes to this stress. You guys know I get pissed off, right? I do. Sometimes when you get up in the morning, you're rushing to go to work. Okay. When you're rushing, then something happens on the train, red line. They say, oh, we have to wait. Oh, I just get mad. You guys don't know. Then sometimes I ask myself, why? Why am I angry? What the hell? Oh, I shouldn't say the hell, right? I do. I get angry. Yes, we do have work stress. We have financial stress. We have relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. There's always a problem when you notice what the man is doing out there, what the woman is doing out there. I can't only say the man, right? Two ways. Things are happening. And then you have health problems. That's another stress. Then a lot of things happen in our life. There are always major changing happening in our lives. You know, like I don't want to get old, right? Then I get stressed out. I know, Dr. Derrick, I'm telling you the truth. I told God that I want to look like a what? A 15 years old. But you know, sometimes I see my friends at my age friends. Then I look at myself and I say, thank you, Papa. Oh. No, oh, yes. So we don't have to be angry all the time. Seriously. And then sometimes when your boss give you stress, oh, guess what? I used to pray Psalms 91, Dr. Derrick. Oh, I say, Jehovah God. Oh, no, there's another Psalms. I think it's either 105. Oh, when I was at Noah, working at Noah, all right, in the security. Oh, I had a PM. Oh, she used to piss me off. So all the time I would read that Psalm. I said, Jehovah, deal with her, deal with her. You see, no, I was mad. But one day that woman started respecting me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, oh, another thing at my job, right? Whenever we have a meeting, they call me D Benny, right? After the meeting, they ask, well, I think they know they have to ask me question, right? Ah, does anyone have a question? Then they will call me. I say, I'm glad you called me. I say, I just want to let the program, let them know that there are certain things that they're supposed to prepare themselves. I don't want you guys to piss me off, but before I start, I say, good afternoon. You know, you have to start that way to make them happy. Then from there now, I do something different. I say something, right? But when it comes to this stress thing, relationship is the worst. You know that, right? Boyfriend, the young boys and girls, they get pissed off with one another, doing certain things. You know, let me shut up for now. But when it comes to financial stress, that's when you lose your job. You don't have money to pay your rent. You don't have anyone to help you. But the only person that can help you is our Heavenly Father. When I had some problem, well, thank God that there was an opportunity that I saved some money, right? Then one day a relative of mine was mad that how come I'm still in that place, right? How come I'm still in this house, even though I don't have the money to pay? But when you stress out, every morning you go out and exercise. So people were surprised that, oh, I'm still looking good. But see, I don't want to really get angry. I can get angry, despite the fact that you guys see me smiling, right? And Dr. Derrick, let me tell you, sometimes when you're mad with these people, I feel like to slap, but I say, oh, let me calm down, right? And then hold on now, when JW, then sometimes when you're talking to Americans, they'll say, oh, you have an accent. Where you coming from? Oh man, it pissed me off. Sometimes I feel like beating them up, but I'm just gonna say, I say, guess what? I'm from the mother's land. But sometimes I say, look, I'm from New Jersey. All right? Oh yeah, what are you talking about? You trying to piss my nerve, man? Oh yeah. Anyway, Queen JW, you said something about omega-3 and omega-6. You say omega-3 is better than omega-6. Why? I thought, oh, you are muted, please. You're muted.
Omega-6 is inflammatory. That's why. And the omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. So that's the reason for the difference between the two. So if your body is full of, or your gut is full of omega-6, then it's inflamed.
Okay.
And it becomes acidic and all kind of problems start arising. But if it has a balance of omega-3s, which is an anti-inflammatory, is going to counteract the inflammation.
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to say, but I just want to appreciate you coming every week, bringing different topics that we all need, especially when it comes to stress. Stress is hurting a lot of people nowadays, especially when it comes to jobs, opportunity. People don't have jobs. A lot of people, they have lost everything and they don't know what to do. Now, when you go to unemployment, asking for money, you know, sometimes you're expecting to get at least half of your money, but it doesn't work that way. They will give you what? $230 a week. And now you have to pay taxes. That is another stress.
Well, Dr. Benny, I have to share one with you.
Okay.
I was approved unemployment, and then somewhere down the line, the employer said that I was not entitled, and I had to pay back $5,000 to unemployment. And let me tell you, I paid them. Then I was unemployed again, and when I got the other employment, they took that and they never sent even $1 to me. So talk about stress. But I didn't stress out because you know what? God is my anchor and he saw me through.
Okay. Wow.
When just got to leave things up to God. And don't stress yourself out about things that you can't control, especially other people and their moods and their anger and their disposition about themselves. You just leave it to God and pray for them.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. But before I leave you alone, when it comes to this stress, please, there was something that I posted out for KYC. I went to one forum because everybody took somebody's KYC and they posted. So I did the same thing. But on those other forums, there was no problem. But in an African forum, guess what? They got pissed and they deleted my. I was pissed. Oh, yeah. I said, wow. But then, as Dr. Derry always talk about, mindset, mindset. Then I said, so I calmed down myself. I said, but why am I mad at these people? They have what? Low mindset. Let me take it easy. Thank you, Dr. Derrick. Thank you, my king. Hey, Papa Gote. Hey, can you believe? You don't understand what's the importance of KYC? We need it. But my own people, they get angry. Are they out of their mind? So we just believe that is the low mentality, right? Oh my goodness. Anyway, Dr. Derry, I'm so sorry taking too much time, but this is what is happening right now. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Queen Dr. Benny. You know, you're just letting some of the stress off right now, which is very good.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. And of course, I see Queen Miriam Edwards with her hand raised. So go ahead, Queen Miriam.
Good evening, and it's so good to be here. So many weeks, months have passed, but my time clashes with what's going on Deep Dive and most times on Dream Team. But it's so nice to be here. And Queen Jacqueline Warner, thank you so much for this wonderful message. As I was just reading the Becoming a Better You from Joel Osteen. And as you were talking, I just went back into one section. They're talking about that some of the things, how to relieve stress. Start saying positive things, start speaking positive things. Start from the Bible. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Start saying who you are. I am God's ambassador. I was created for good. And as you talk about also the breathing exercise, that is definitely healthy and helpful way of relieving stress. Thank you so much. As always, you give some wonderful advice, wonderful information. And Queen Dr. Benny, Queen Dr. Benny, oh my goodness. Yes, the stress, the stress relievers, you are using them and I see that it's helping. You're able to calm down when you get overloaded by so many persons trying to come at you.
Yeah.
Queen Jacqueline Warner, thanks again. And this is my sister. She's here with me for a little bit.
Oh,
Veronica,
that's so
you wanna say
nice.
something? Okay.
We're nice to meet you, Veronica. And
Nice to
enjoy
be
your stay
here.
with your sister.
Yes.
Thank you, Queen Miriam, for the beautiful words. And thank you for, I know you're busy with your own stuff, so we know. We miss you, but we know that you're doing your thing too. So God bless you.
All right.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. There have been a number of texts, of WhatsApp message. I mean, uh, chat chat messages. Theodore King, Queen Jacqueline Warner, you nailed it once again. Thanks for your inspiration or inspiring presentation to us today about stress. This is such an important topic, and we are always getting stress for the simplest of issues. You have given us some examples of how we can control the matter by listening to music, humming a song, etc. Thanks again for your time to educate this community. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Thank you very much, Queen Theodore King, for that comment. I really appreciate, really appreciate. All right. All right. I don't see any more hands up. All right. Thank you very much, Queen Miriam. Really appreciate. Anyway, moving right along, we are going to deep dive um, into our next presentation, and this presentation is
Charles so bad,
actually
it take him an hour and a half to get done by the track, Roger.
all right. King Edgar, you got to stay muted. Uh-huh. 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 All right. So let me not allow people to unmute. All right. Wonderful. So moving right along, as we just said, that we are going to get into another aspect of this meeting. So let me fire up the presentation. All right. Hope everyone can see my screen. Right. And we are looking at wealth, passion, moving forward. Right. And the first thing we're going to actually talk about moving forward is, of course, our CEO, Ash Mufare, came on today at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that was a breath of fresh air as it relates to our business right here. And he let us know that the SEC litigation um, have been challenging and stressful. See it right there, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Yes, it has been a stressful situation, and our case have been dealt with professionally by our legal team. More details will come on a separate webinar. All right, so please be advised that everything has been dealt with properly, legally, with the SEC and, of course, our lawyers and legal team that we had. Some people we trusted was ultimately not with us, but Ash take full responsibility for everywhere. The buck stop with him, as we all know. That's how it works, right? We don't have much to do with all of those stressful situations. It was totally Ash Mufari, all right? And so he, of course, dealt with it totally. The survey, if you remember, sometime last week, I think it was the beginning of last week, it finished on, I think, on the 8th, something like that. or the 5th or the 4th or something. I think yes, it was the 4th. Finished on the 4th. It was throughout the weekend and finished on the 4th. The survey was 3 times Ashmafare's highest expectation, right? 90 to 98% of persons said we are with you totally with new vehicle. All right. So now we're not going to patch up the old vehicle. We're just going to, start brand spanking new, right? And so that is good. That is wonderful news that we have heard, right? Some individual that was among us is no longer with us. Don't be distracted by that. Let me be very clear. Any decision we take like this is not done lightly. It's done by full review and always in the best interest of the community, that is all of us. We believe in transparency and integrity. Most of all, integrity, right? Yes, that is one of the hardest things to find. People with integrity. Okay? We are on the birth of something brand spanking new. And so the survey that we took was done by Unpressive Brand New Team. So that survey that we undergo, it wasn't a third party survey platform. It wasn't a something that they purchased somewhere. No, they built that survey from scratch, and so that survey platform is actually owned by us. All right, and to what Ashmufari said, it seems as if it is also going to be for free. In addition to that, the rotator that the different YouTube channels are now connected to was created approximately 3 hours last night. Took them about 3 hours last night to build that rotator. Now, some people might ask, what is a rotator? is it is it the rotating of your arm? No. It's really the proper name. It's really a link or a URL rotator. Now, a link rotator, sometimes called a URL rotator, right? A URL rotator is a link that automatically redirects a user to different destination based on random chances. You might use a link rotator to test different landing pages, test different offers or affiliates. All right? And so what really is a URL? A URL is a uniform resource locator, or just call it web address, right? So those of us who have what is known as a YouTube channel, then this is what the YouTube channel URL would look like. Now, how the rotator works now is, of course, they will build the rotator, right? Or get the rotator, or if it's a third party one, well, we built our own. So we build the rotator, and then what we'll do is we'll put in all of these URL, right? We'll put all of the URL in the rotator. So we'll put that full web address that you would see on the screen for every YouTube channel, so to speak, right? And then now, what the rotator will do is that the rotator will, based on your settings, will in sequence direct persons to each YouTube channel. All right. So, say for argument's sake, we have Dr. Patient's YouTube channel. We have Dr. Benny YouTube channel. We have Queen Miriam YouTube channel. We have Queen Kanla YouTube channel. And we have Dr. Patient's YouTube, or well, Dr. John YouTube channel. Let us just use that name for the time being. But we have these 5 YouTube channels. All right. And then if you remember, or if you notice, that we had one URL that we were to click on, which was this https :// liveonpassive.com update 1. That was the link. That was the one link that every person used in order to view the live webinar with Ashmufari today, right? So each one of us would click, all right, so for argument's sake, Queen Dr. Nadu, get on her computer, click on the link. What the rotator will do is the first person, right, will have to go to someone. So it went to Dr. Patience, right? So Dr. Patience would be the first recipient in the rotator, right? The next person click on the link, right? Bam, without any device. It doesn't matter what device they use, right? They click on the link and bam, the rotator now would send that person to the next YouTube channel, which is Miriam YouTube channel, right? The next person click on the link, right? Would direct to Dr. John YouTube channel, right away. The next person click on the link, it direct them now to Canla YouTube channel, and the person click on the link, it will send them to Dr. Benny YouTube channel, right? Everyone in the YouTube that is entered into the rotator would sequentially get one person each, based on the settings. All right. When all persons are finished, then it will start over again. And so the next person click on it, then it goes back now to Dr. Patient and start again. The next person click on the link, it will now go to Queen Miriam, right? Next person, Dr. John, etc., etc., until everyone that click on the link, it will just continue like that, until everyone clicking on the link is satisfied with directing to a YouTube channel, right? And that is based on the settings. Now you can set it differently. There are different settings in the rotator that you can use, right? But this is something that a lot of persons use for various reasons, and to do various things. All right, so that is basically how the the rotator operates. All right, so moving into the concept of wealth and passion. All right, the concept of wealth and passion can be viewed in a few ways. Some people believe that wealth is best built by aligning investments with one's passion, while others argue that focusing solely on passion can hinder wealth accumulation. Additionally, the very definition of wealth can encompass various aspects beyond financial wealth, such as time, health, and social wealth. Very important. So you don't just have one aspect of wealth. You have actually 4. You have time, health, social, and financial wealth. All right. So be advised and try to understand that our CEO, Ash Mufare, as he said, he's not going anywhere. He's focused and is moving forward. So just let us be patient. Let us be patient. Let us be patient, because wealth is not an overnight thing. It's really a lifestyle. Thank you very much. I hope those few words, especially coming from our CEO, King Ash Mufari, has found you in the right spot that you are. And he actually said that he didn't expect so many persons responding to the survey. Actually, triple his projections, his highest projections. It actually tripled. All right, so that is still good to hear. Persons are still lingering around, even though they might not be involved and are coming out to webinars. Thank you all very much. And any questions or comments at this time? Just raise your hand if you want to be recognized. Raise your hand if you want to be recognized. Raise your hand if you want to be recognized. Eh? Raise your hand if you want to. All right, so all right, everything was received. Any comments, any questions on anything anyone wants to say, especially on our CEO webinar today? Okay, go ahead, Queen Dr. Nadu, just for you.
Thank you, Dr. D. It's so good to be here all the time. When they were explaining the rotator, something that was made in less than 24 hours, I don't know what they are saying. So when you explain it and you put everything on, I'm like, yes. So, because when the meeting started, I see so many names coming. Everybody that I check on YouTube, they were coming back to back. So you click on it and you have the same thing. I'm like, wow. So this was made in less than 24 hours for us. I admire it, but the way you show it now is because sometimes we got stressed for nothing. People are on YouTube challenging themselves to have million viewers. With this rotation, I don't think you got to fight. Just wait your turn and you got to have it. Yeah. You know how to fight for anything. And this is the way I think God wants us to react. Because every single person has enough for themselves. When you take too much, you waste. When you take less, you go or somebody will look at you and put more in your pocket. But we are who we are, unsatisfied human being, trying to do more than what we can. This small mouth, we want to put tons of food inside because we have money. And some people play and they know how to take the food out after they eat it so they can eat more, killing themselves. After that, they got to say, oh, I have gut problem. Nothing can stay in my stomach. Boy, you teach your stomach to take it out because you have enough money to buy the whole restaurant. Yeah. So thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here and learn something. If you want to learn, you open your eyes, your ear, set up your mind, you got to learn everywhere. Thank you very much. That's all I want to say.
Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Nadu. Over to you, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Derrick, for that illustration and sharing what some of us missed earlier. CEO sharing his heart with us. It was actually his heart. Where do we get a CEO in all my 50 or 60 years in the workforce? I didn't see nobody with that kind of heart, to tell you the truth. And unpassive is the way. And he always said that, and he meant it. And I like the fact he said, if we stuck out this long, unpassive is in us, to tell you the truth. Unpassive have become like an addiction, but a healthy addiction. An addiction that is going to empower us, help us to grow, help us to help others. And I think even though, as long as we wait, even though some of us might have, some of our business partners have passed on, that we're still here and they're going to live through us, because we're still here and we're not going anywhere. Because even though I venture outside, I haven't found nothing as good as unpassive. And it barely got started. We're not really all the way in, and just a little bit alone. It let us know that God is really in this. And he has truly chosen Mr. Ashmafara for this task, because it can't be anybody. And it just not any nobody can just do it. It has to be specifically chosen. And he is chosen. And he gonna take us to the promised land. We just got to believe and trust and be patient. I like the fact he said today, it's all about the people. It's not about how much lights we could put in and design and all of that. It's not about all that. And I think he learned a big lesson throughout all this. It's just like Noah and Abraham and Moses all had to learn a lesson. We ourselves are learning a lesson. Even though you're still here, like you said, there's still some people in there that's still negative, and you can see it in the chats. I see it in the chats. When they thought unpassive was down, I said, unpassive ain't going nowhere. You better not cancel your account. That was my advice to some people that I found on other platforms. Don't lose it, boo. Okay. I like the fact also that, he pledged to us. He didn't have to pledge to us. Are we worthy of that pledge? But he pledged his heart to us, that he will be there and he's going to take it all the way. And he got this. It's better. When he say he could see, how he said it, Dr. Derrick, like lights away, some kind of lights away. That means past what we seen today. Past all this stuff that we seen today. Unpassive is way ahead. Come on. We ain't got nothing to lose. We got more to gain than what we already have lost. So let's be grateful, let's be patient, and let's support our awesome CEO. It's just like supporting our Heavenly Father, even though there's no comparison between God and man. But at least someone come close to being like Jesus, to care for his brothers and sisters, no matter color or race. So thank you so much, Dr. Derrick. And thank you to the ambassadors / affiliates.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Really
You're welcome.
appreciate. Wonderful. Okay, Queen Theda King.
I forgot to say.
Queen King.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derrick, and thanks for the presentation. It was really wonderful to see our CEO today and how relaxed he was. It was really very, very, very nice, and to know that he continues to uphold from day one what he says he's going to do for us, that he has not changed. And we just want to thank God for someone like him to be so upright, so honest, and someone we can really trust. My question though is, there are so many YouTube channels out there. How do people get onto the rotator? Do you have any idea, sir?
You need to maybe contact like Chris or Julie or Susie or Redford.
Yep.
Oh, so persons who are interested can contact them and they will put you
Yep.
in. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And they'll I guess they will submit. You'd have to they will ask you for your URL for your YouTube channel. And then they will send that to Ash or yes to Ash Mufari, and Ash Mufari will send that to the engineers.
But I mean, you know that there are thousands of them out there.
That's why me personally, I not in all of it. Isn't it? Neither here nor there for me.
Right.
That's for me personally.
Thousands. It's like everybody has one.
Yeah, and it's good to have one. Really, it's good to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's really good to have one.
I mean, I haven't really craved for it at this time.
Yeah, it's good to have one.
Mm.
Just like the other day, I wanted to send, well, for me personally, I wanted to send instructions of how to load up IPTV Smarters Pro, that is a player, and the file was so big that I couldn't just send the file through WhatsApp or send the file through email. So the easiest way is that I load it up to the YouTube channel, put it in unlisted, and just send the link to the person, and the person was able to get it, and so on. So I mean, it has, well, for me it has its you know
Let's explain
reasons
advantages
for
and
me to have
disadvantages.
it, so I use it for various reasons. So it's good to have.
Okay, thank you.
Good to have. All right, you're welcome, Queen Theater King, Queen King. That sound, Queen King. Okay, anyway, wonderful. Queen First Lady Dr. Benny. I know you have something to say.
Yeah. I know that I was not there, but I'm excited that we had the webinar. The reason is because you know how people keep putting our company down, but so no, hold on now. So when on my WhatsApp status, I always put our CEO, his picture, and I put my picture. So I mean, somebody will curse me. I say, well, I don't care. This company is still there. This company has shocked a lot of people. Our CEO, just like you said, you mentioned Queen JW. By the way, before I proceed, I want to say astonishing presentation.
Thank
you. Hey, my king. Also, I appreciate you. I appreciate this the way you are presenting to us when it comes to this amazing company. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm happy. I love our CEO. Everybody, remember how some people get mad? They say, why do they call me the first lady? The reason is because I was the first person during I think it's the webinar, Indian webinar, when they asked me a question. And have you ever heard a woman say that that she loves unpassive? She is married to unpassive.
Yeah.
I don't have a human being husband, but I married to unpassive.
Yeah.
So since then, people started saying they are married to unpassive. Well, because I am. I love unpassive. And I just want to thank God for bringing our CEO to all of us. There is no
Amen.
other CEO on earth. None. This is the first CEO that I can even communicate with. Are you kidding me? Our CEO, he is down to earth. And that is why God chose him. uh, just like you said, he was well relaxed. He was well relaxed because
He
he
was really
knows that
happy.
everything is all right. I just want to, a lot of our affiliates, they have gone. They passed away. So may their soul rest in perfect
And
peace. But Unpassive is still here, and no one can stop it. Our main goal, his main goal is to eradicate poverty and to uplift humanity. And if he can do that, he wants you and I also, when the time comes, we can go out there and also help
do the same.
the underprivileged children or mothers who needs help. And don't worry. You don't have to do it and then come out there and be bragging that I have done this. You know what is happening, right? They brag, I did this, I did that, I did that. Oh, man, don't worry. But I just want to thank our CEO. Our God is going to continue to guide you, our CEO. He is going to
Amen.
protect you wherever you go. You and your entire family. You are protected by our Heavenly Father in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, First Lady, Queen, Dr. Benny. And who don't like it, bite it.
But lump it.
Regardless of what anybody wants to say, you are the only First Lady in Unpassing. All right. Um, but Queen Mufari is the First Lady for Unpassing.
Amen.
You are the First Lady of Unpassing.
Unpassing.
All right, wonderful. Clarity. All right, anyway, don't worry about that. Thank you all very much. And at this time, we're just going to ask our presenter, Queen Jacqueline Warner, just to give us our closing.
Yes, thanks and thanks again so much to all those who have left the awesome thoughts in the chat and comments. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Queen Tita. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Queen Dr. Benny, First Lady of Unpassive. And thank you to all the brand ambassadors / affiliates for your support. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you, Dr. Derrick, for this amazing platform. My closing thoughts. Stress begins in the mind, and it impacts our whole body, not some parts, the entire body. It's a truly a killer. It's sabotage. It destroys. And chronic stress equals living in a constant emergency. That's the fight or flight. and it's deteriorating our very well-being. Activate your parasympathetic system by breathing, that deep breathing technique. It says 4 in, 4 in, 4 in, 7, 4 in, 7 out, 7 whole, and 8 out. Okay? Movement. Do some yoga, do some walking, do some stretching, do something. Even if you're immobile, move your feet, move your arms. If you can't walk, do something. Lift them up, put them down. You can do something. Listen to some music, soothing music, not no hip hop, not no music talking about not loving, the person not loving, I'm looking for loving and all of that. No, just soothing music. It's good for the soul. We always hear that. Laugh more. Laughter, we always hear that too. Laughter is good for the soul. Laugh, smile. Let me tell you, a smile on your face is better than a frown. Because when you got a frown, people look over there and they be like, I don't think I should bother that person. I think they're having a bad day. You don't seem approachable. You have a barrier up, and people will move, keep on moving. They won't stop and say, hey, how you doing today? You're looking great, you know? So keep a laugh on your, not like a hyena or anything like that, but keep a smile, even if a little small fringe, you know? And eat for your gut health. Don't eat just to eat. Eat thinking, hey, if I eat this, it's going to help this. You got to remember that we're electrical beings, and we have to eat everything that's alive and that not what is dead. Okay? And we keep on thinking that, we could go on, it doesn't matter. I got to die one day. But does it matter the way you go out? I think that should matter. You don't want to be sitting in a hospital suffering. No one to come and visit you. No one to take care of you. Because you don't never know how things are going to turn out. Okay? And choose peace over pressure. When the pressure comes, detour it. The honest person that can take all this mess is God, because he already know it. And so let's give it to him. He said, lay your burdens down. Let's lay our stress down, and let's learn how to manage it. Stress is inevitable. It's a choice in how we respond, like Dr. Derrick said. Your body, our body, doesn't know the difference between a bear, a lion, and a bad driver. It doesn't. It's just going to react. It's an action that takes place automatically. All right? So do some, what you call it, vague nerve stimulation. Remember to stir them, the breathing. Those are things we need to, hey, you get stress, you feel a little stress coming on, you know something? Let me start taking some deep breaths. And usually when people in distress or they're going through something, we always recommend take a deep breath. And not just a deep breath in and out. They got to go deep. You got to feel that air almost going shooting to the brain. That's how deep it is, that you can actually feel it going up to your brain, through your nostrils, up to your brain. And then you hold, and then you just release it almost, and you feel a full relaxation taking place. And when the body is in a relaxed mode, it operates so smoothly. Okay? So master your internal environment, and your well-being will follow. Thanks again. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I love you. And let's just stay blessed and focus on God.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen
You're
Jacqueline
welcome.
Warner. Appreciate,
Thank you.
appreciate, appreciate.
No problem,
All
Dr.
right,
Derrick.
just to let you know that we are moving forward. We are always moving forward. Unpassive is not down. Unpassive is not, stop. The SEC did not stop Unpassive from operating. Okay, Ash Mufari place a little pause time based on what he wants to do. So the SEC did not do anything in regards to the operation of Unpassive, and so let us recognize that Unpassive, or this company, this business that we are involved in, it is 100% moving forward. Let us be comfortable in knowing that Ash Mufari is a man of integrity, a man of God, and he claims that without any apologies. So let us recognize that we are here to stay. A lot of persons want to see Unpassive ship sink, but there's no sinking unless God authorizes. And even if there's a sinking, God will bring it. Just like Job had a terrible sinking, till our sores come upon his body and all of that. And God bless him 10 times the amount that he had. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We are here to stay. Thank you all very much for joining us this wonderful Thursday, the last of this week, for deep dive. Come Sunday to the Dream Team sister platform at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please be on time. And also the tomorrow at 1 p.m. the Yvonne Duo, which is Queen Dr. Yvonne and Queen Yvonne Finn, One Global Movement, and that will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Also on Monday, it's Mindset Monday with Queen Miriam Edwards, at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please to join. Some wonderful, exceptional presenters have been coming to that platform. So please join Queen Miriam for Mindset Monday. And then, of course, we'll do it again next week, Tuesday and Thursday, with Deep Dive, Globally Changing Lives. Thank you all very much. And on Thursday morning, of course, it will be Oh Passion, Singapore and Malaysia. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend. And all being well, we will see you on Sunday. Thank you all very much. Thank those on YouTube. Really appreciate. Thank you very much for joining us. And at this time, we will bid you so long. Take care and be blessed. Peace, blessings, and enough love.
Recording stopped.